I'm Hannah, and as of the time of filming, I actually don't have a YouTube channel. I should probably change that. What I do have, however, is an almost fully edited video and a list of graphics that I'll need to complete it. Now, I really like making graphics, but I don't think I've ever had to make like a set for a YouTube channel, so I thought it'd be fun to bring you along and show you what that looks like. First things first, I'm going to read to you my to-draw list. So, icon and banner, obvious. Avatar for editing Hannah in videos, essential. The Hi Hannah intro text. You've already seen that, so tell me, did it come out okay? Backdrop for when zooming out. Mouse, search bar and window opening animations. Snazzy text. Like and subscribe, end screen. That all seems pretty reasonable, so let's get started. First on our list is the Hi, I'm Hannah text, and I had what I thought was a really good idea, which was turning the backdrop green and then writing it out so that while screen recording, so that I could then just delete the green and have the entire like animation of the text forming. However, this did not work. Oh, by the way, the app that I'm using here is Amber Draws. I thought it would give the text a bit of extra texture. But yeah, the issue with this is that the text needs to have a border. Just black is like too thin, you can't really see it properly. However, if you try and add a border on post, it will try to make a border for the entire video and not just the part that's slowly appearing, so it just sort of doesn't work. Handing the mic over to past Hannah, who's in the midst of this suffering. Okay, so this is how the Hi, I'm Hannah looks so far.
I'm Hannah, I do.
It'll look better when it's rendered. However, I don't know if I like it. I might just have to render out a bit and see if I like it rendered. Otherwise, I might have to try and do a little border, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that yet, so we'll see. In the end, I couldn't figure out how to do the effect of the text being written, at least not with my current tools. I'll figure it out later, but for now, I've just used a transparent PNG and a paper animation effect, specifically the one by Mr. Justin Edits, I believe. It looks okay, although I'm going to press play now and you're going to see the rendering speed that I work at.
Hi.
It'll look good once rendered, trust me. I hope.
I'm Hannah.
This animated paper effect also did not work. It came out way too fast. I tried to edit the speed but couldn't figure out how. So in the end, I just put on a normal paper edge effect for aesthetics. Hopefully I will find a way to do a cooler animated intro later on. But for now, let's move into making editing Hannah. So for editing Hannah, I went with a chibi for simplicity's sake. I went with two different poses, one that's looking straight on and one that's looking kind of to the side, and I'm not going to lie, please don't listen to this editing Hannah, but I'm not the biggest fan of how this looks. I don't know why, it just isn't quite as cute as I like, but it gets the job done, so we'll keep it for now. Look at how the daylight runs out in this clip. Anyway, for the speech I decided to handwrite everything. Now I know this isn't the most efficient way to do this. I know that I should have either found a font that I liked or even made my own handwriting into a font, but I think there's just something a bit more charming of putting in the time and effort and writing it out, and it's just nicer. I also created a ton of different expressions. I didn't make them at the start, instead I make them as I need them and then reuse them as I can. I'm sure I'll be making way more expressions. In fact, in a recent video, in my Christmas video, I made her a little hat, and that does look very cute. The next day, I finish off those final pieces of dialogue, and then I do a couple of extra elements for that first video. I did do so much for that first video. I really poured my heart and soul into it. You know, you should probably go check it out. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun editing that first video, especially because of all the little elements. Finally, I am making my end sequence. This was probably my favourite thing to make. It's very simple. It's just a photo of my cutting mat that I've made very long. This is the same photo I use when zooming in, by the way. No, zooming out, by the way, sorry about that. And I've put all the photos of the drawings I did, as well as the information about how long they took and what materials I used. I did the same thing with my Christmas video, including references, because I didn't design every single Christmas card. Some of them just came off Pinterest, so I made the effort of finding out who the original designer was and crediting them. The sequence just slides along at the end of the video, and this is also where I would have my little like and subscribe moment, except it's just editing Hannah popping in to say like and subscribe. I decided that was enough. I don't think I need to overcomplicate this. I mean, I don't know. Every YouTuber says it. I don't know if it actually makes a difference saying it or not. I've said it a lot this video anyway. And the final thing, of course, was the icon and banner. I just used editing Hannah and added in a little pen for the icon. Again, not a huge fan of how it looks, but I was kind of getting to that point of desperation where I put so many hours into that first video and so many hours into making different elements that I just wanted to reuse some stuff. I think she's kind of cute, and I think I will do a better one later on. And for the banner, I similarly used a cutting mat as well as a bunch of transparent PNGs that I had from that first video. I really like how the banner looks, although I don't know how it looks on every device. I don't have a TV I can look at it on. I know that it looks good on mobile, and I know that it looks good on the PC. If anybody's watching this on a TV, which I highly doubt, but do tell me, does it look good? It's outro time, and I know what you're thinking. We didn't make everything on the list, I know. Let's go over the list very quickly. So first thing, we did do an icon plus banner by recycling elements from the first video. Avatar for editing Hannah in videos, we did do that. We're not going to say anything because she's always listening. The Hi, I'm Hannah intro text, which we know didn't go very well, but you know, there's still some text there, so that's okay. The backdrop for when zooming out, we did that. Mouse, search bar and window opening animation. So this was supposed to be for the first video. However, that first video got to the point where my computer was going to explode, so I decided it was just like a 3-second clip, not necessary, it's okay. The video works without it. It was just a silly thing. Snazzy text. I really wanted to like cut out a bunch of letters so that I could then do snazzy text for text sequences, but again, I think my computer would explode, so we'll have to leave that for a later date. Something to know when you start YouTube is you're going to very quickly learn your computer's limitations. So that's what we're learning, and snazzy text beyond my computer's limitations for now. I might find a way to get past those limitations, but we'll see. And finally, like and subscribe end screen. We're just using editing Hannah, but that works very well. Do I make an end sequence for this one? Yeah, I think I'm going to make an end sequence. Here is the end sequence, showing off all of the little elements I made and how long they took, and I guess less than the tools I use. It's all just paint tool SCI, but still, there's the information for anybody who's interested. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I have 2 other videos up and more videos in the making, and I'm very much enjoying this process, and bye!